Aaron BALZER never thought he would be donning dancing tights and taking up ballet in college. Nor did any of these students here. But it's part and parcel of their training at the Playhouse North School of Theatre in Calgary.
We're learning ballet because it's kind of the basis for most dance forms, and as theatre students it's important for us to know at least the basics of dance.
And in theatre, training is everything. The problem is there aren't many Christian schools that offer theatre programs. And that's what BALZER was looking for. Then he heard about Rocky Mountain College in Calgary.
I kind of looked into it and said, this is brilliant. This is exactly what I've been looking for. It's faith-based, but it's as professional as anything you could find in the secular world.
The program is the baby of David and Cindy VANDENENDEN, an expectant couple who met each other while working in the theatre circuit in Toronto. Each has their own specialty.
I'm a singer who acts, and Cindy is an actor who can sing.
Yeah.
Right?
Reluctantly.
Yeah, she's got a great voice. Right. So we move into this place.
But finding a forum for that voice wasn't easy, especially when Cindy found faith.
I was a professional actor working in Toronto and had a conversion experience. And when I became a Christian, I started looking around at the industry and looking at how I fit in the industry and where I could go. And I realized that my career was going to change. Right? That I couldn't do what I was doing in the way that I was doing it.
So it's going to be smaller.
So they made the move to Calgary and a new life together. But the acting bug wouldn't stop biting.
What happened was we had a very good friend, Henrik Edestrom, who was coming to take over the music program here at Rocky Mountain College. One day we were meeting for coffee, and I didn't know that he was coming here. I didn't know any of that. And he said, "What's your dream? What's your passion?" And I said, my dream is to train Christian actors to be able to be successful on a professional level. And he listened, and off we went. And then a couple months later, he came and said, how would you feel about coming and working here? And of course, I was ecstatic. And he said, develop a program. So I developed this 2-year conservatory program and gave it to Henrik. And Henrik gave it to the dean. And they said, well, no. This would never fly here. This is a Bible college. It has to be academic in nature with a degree outcome. So I went away and I developed a degree program, and that's what we ran for 5 years. But I was just finding that we weren't able to turn out students that could be competitive in the industry.
So Rocky Mountain College became the first Bible school to offer a 2-year conservatory program. And it set the stage for aspiring actors to learn their craft in a unique environment.
Other way when I go by.
I had never been interested in taking theater at a Bible college just because some of the Christian theater film out there is not the same quality as the secular market. But I came here to Rocky to take another course, and I sat in on one of Cindy's classes, and I was just blown away. And I started to research her qualifications, and she's the only qualified Meisner teacher in Canada. And so yeah, from that I came back and started doing the 2 years here.
Sanford Meisner was a famous American acting coach who trained some of the Hollywood heavyweights. And while these students don't necessarily have their sights on Hollywood, they're looking to become professional actors.
To quote Meisner, acting is the ability to live truthfully under the given imaginary circumstances. And so it's not just pretending like what most people think acting is. It's really getting to the truth of the moment and experiencing something real.
And we want to be surprised.
Cindy VANDENENDEN said the training is paying off, literally.
So we're slowly seeing students being able to support themselves in the industry, which is a big thing as an artist. And as well, we're starting to hear back from some of the professionals in our community at the caliber of our students, which is very exciting to me. We have artistic directors that are taking notice of our students and too wondering why they're so polite and why they're so good-natured and why they're so easy to work with, which is just a dream, as quickly as you possibly
can. And though
can.
they take singing, dancing, and acting classes, the program is designed to train them up spiritually.
It's a real place for the students to discover, first of all, who am I as an artist and how is God involved in that? because for a lot of them, they felt very disconnected. And a lot of them, you know, their parents are really afraid of them being artists, or it hasn't been supported in their churches. So it's a real place for them to come and explore the connection that they have with God in everything that they do. And then as well, in each of our classes, of course, because we're creating in all of our classes, they have an opportunity to meet God, discuss how God's involved in what they're doing, and to really have, you know, spiritual experiences if they so desire in those classes, which they wouldn't have that opportunity in any other kind of theater school.
In fact, these young actors say they feel called by God to act.
I was actually apprenticing as a heavy-duty mechanic, and when I told the guys I was gonna leave and come and try out acting, they were kind of like, you know, we don't really see you as that type, but like there's something that drew me towards it, and I feel great about being here, and I know something great is gonna come out of it.
You know, often people don't see acting as a God-given gift. They don't see it as a God-given talent because it's not always used in that way. And we're really trying to explore how to act for God, basically, and how to show truth, and how to really relate to people through that.
I know I've really realized that I can't separate art from God, and I know that He has created me to be an artist.
Acting for an audience of one may seem foreign in an industry full of affirmation seeking and ego, but it helps to ground them, according to David VANDENENDEN, and put things in focus.
I know in my class a lot our focus is the audience perspective. What is the audience seeing? What are they experiencing? What are you giving to them? Are you being honest? Are you giving them everything you have? Or are you sort of just, you know, sloughing it off and letting your ego get in the way from really doing what you need to do to connect with that audience and to make it real and important.
And so step by step, these students are becoming performers. And as she observes and critiques them, Cindy VANDENENDEN is seeing a dream come true. A program that will train up the next generation of actors and performers to use their craft to influence culture.
And I think if we as Christians can really own that, you know, and I believe that every time we create, we are in union with God. You know, when I'm having a creative moment on stage or in a classroom, I'm communing with God, you know, and essentially I'm allowing Him to use me to tell the world what He needs to tell them. So it's a humbling calling, you know, it really is, I think. And we really try and allow the students to have a respect for that. But this isn't just something where you get up and people clap at the end of the day. This is a responsibility that we have to the people that we're entertaining.
And as Aaron BALZER's finding out, it's not as easy as it looks. Still, he has high hopes.
I'm not exactly sure where. I'd like to do stage or film, you know, just kind of wherever I can go. It's really exciting, you know, imagining where I could be in a couple of years, definitely.
In Calgary, Denise, Lodde, 100 Huntley Street.